Hello, in this video we're going to run an independent means t-test using a simple free online calculator. I'm Dr. Chris Parker, and the first question you might have is, what is a t-test? So a t-test determines if two groups are significantly different. So did design A score differently from design B? There are two kinds of t-tests you need to think about. So a dependent means is when the same group of people are tested twice. An independent means is when there's two different groups of people, and we can visualize it like this. So, a t-test, independent t-test, compares the means of two different groups to determine whether there is statistically significant difference between these group means. And when we think about the actual data, we've got the flowchart here. We can see that we do have an insignificant Kolmogorov-Smirnov test at it's above 0.05. We have two groups, so we're going to have either kind of t-test, and the groups contain different people, so it's an independent t-test. The data we need is going to be in an ID for each person. We have group number and a column of variables. And what you do is you open up your online test, you add website scores 1 in treatment 1x, website 2 scores in treatment 2x, significant level 0.05, and t-test. So let's go and do that now and then come back and look at the data we get out. Okay, so I've got a few files open on my desktop. On the side here, I've got my data for independent means, and over here, I have my effect size calculator. To the side, I've got my social sciences calculators over here, and we're going to do a t-test for two independent means. A whole load of stuff is here. We don't need that, just take me to the calculator. So let's go and get on with this. So we need to have 2 bits of data for the two groups, treatment 1, treatment 2. If you open up the data here, and I just copy the data from group 1, paste it from treatment 1, copy data for treatment 2, copy and paste from treatment 2, keep significance at 0.05, and go for a two-tailed option. Now just click calculate the values, and here we go. Here's everything that we need to do, and we can now go ahead and interpret this quite easily. So one thing I'm looking for is significance. My significance is incredibly low, 0.0001, 0.0001, which is definitely lower than 0.05. T-value is -10, that's okay. The next two pieces of data you need are the means, the mean difference, and the effect size. The means are really easy. So equals average, open bracket, select our array, close bracket, and return. So 24.4. And do the same thing here. Equals average, open bracket, select our array, close bracket, and there we are. So 72 and 24. So the mean difference is just the equals largest one minus, equals largest one minus the smallest one. And there we have, so mean difference of 47.8. Now, let's take this into our independent samples t-test calculator. So we've got 27 people in each group. That's completely fine, pre-filled in. Let's go and have a look at our t-score. T-score is 10.63. Don't worry about the minus. And it's already filled in there. So we've got an ETA squared of 0.68, which is a large effect size. That is wonderful, and we are really happy at that. Now that we've got our data, let's go and understand it and fill it in. So we need the means, which we had before, but we can also see them on the page, as we see there with the red arrows. Degrees of freedom, again, it's on the page, but all you need to do is think about how big one group is, and -1, and you're away. Then you got the samples, the t-score, which is down the bottom there with the green arrow, and the significance is there with the teal arrow, 0.0001. We calculated the mean difference just now and the effect size, so we are ready to go and write it up like so. An independent means t-test was conducted to compare the scores for two groups of Loughborough University students on two online fashion retail websites. Website 1 is Next.co.uk, website 2 is Topshop. there was a statistically significant difference in scores for website 1, means 24.35, standard deviation 15.77, and website 2, 72.13, standard deviation 17.21. The t-score was minus 10.63 with significance at pretty much 0, two-tailed. Magnitude of difference in the means, or the mean difference, is 47.78 with a large effect size. It sounds complicated, but when you go through the processes, actually it's quite simple.